Alright everyone, Supreme Kami over here, and today I'm going to be doing a free-to-play version of a challenge from Gorgeous video over here. But one disclaimer, I actually did use 3 limited parts, so it's technically not like a full 100% free-to-play build, but I am going to walk through with you guys, just going to walk through like what kind of stuff that I'm using. So this is going to be the total combat power I have for this build, and even this build I will have to say is a really downplayed version of what I used originally in my first video. So this one is a 10 million combat power build, which is this one is easy, clearly able to demolish this event right, without any problem. But in terms of this build, I would have to run like a perfectly run to just kind of get everything straight. But you know what? Let me jump in and just kind of explain what we have over here. So these are going to be my 3 builds. So I have a buffer right here, and then I have like an actual main shooting build right here. And the last but not least, I also do have a cooldown reduction type, build that is essentially to heal me. So that is what we're dealing with over here. So I'm not actually going to be using a debuffing build just because I have tried it and it's not really too effective in terms of what we're doing over here. So let me actually get started with the first build. So I'm just going to go down the list as I did for the initial run. So like I said again, this is primarily going to be a buff build. So EXQ that I am going to be using is going to be an offensive up. This one I recall is Gamma, so this one is going to offer melee and shot attack to overall squad, so everyone's going to get that benefit. So 45%, and then add on whatever buff EXQ effects that I have right there, so that's that. Then also going to be using the beta offense up, so this one is simply going to be offering my ally 38% to melee and shot attack up, so that's really good. Now last release I have the unaltered version of the offense beta, so this one just allow me to stack a little bit more further attack right there. So this is going to be the overall build that I am working with over here. So a full set Xia plus or minus that victory gonna for the first 5 parts. So you guys can see that there are a lot of like parts that I have in here are just standard. So let me quickly go over some of the parts that I have subside right here as well. So this, wait a minute, I intended to replace this one as actual build. I don't know why that actually got removed. I don't even know why. So we're gonna add in an additional 18 or 19% buff DX effects over there, so that's gonna be good. I think every time when I close this app and it actually relaunches it, some of my build actually get changed around. So that's why I originally do have this up and going. So that's why we have 19% right there. And up next, we do have the N3 custom. So this one's going to be when I'm using an infighter, simply up another 15% and then melee power boosting. So simply, we just want this part right there. So now we are up to 34%. So not bad. And then up next, we do have the TR1 Hazel unit part rate, another 15%. So now we should be up to, we got 15, 15, 30. So 49% now. So not looking too bad. And then this one is simply to do a little bit of a melee power down to my enemy. For if I'm gonna get some melee hit from this unit, I should be able to survive just slightly whatsoever. It's not bad. Then up next we do have the Gerbetia's back trait right there. So this one is simply offering another 15%. So right now we should be up to so I have 3 of these already, so 45 plus 19, so we should be up to 64 already if my map is right there. And then up next we are gonna head down to this one over here. This one is simply not offering anything. This one is simply to offer that initial charge boosting. And then this is where I use some limited parts. So I'm actually going to be using the Katsushi over here. So this one, the Katsushi, this one is offering me a buff EXQ effects by 30%. But if you don't want to use this one, you can actually use, we do have a few iterations of it. You can actually use something along the line of maybe this one. You can simply use the tail booster, but I'm actually putting this one onto my actual main shooting build, so I can't really use that. Or if your actual main, let's say your buffer build is actually a speed attribute, you can actually use the red frame. Which one is this? Oh, the blue frame. No, the red frame. You can actually use the red frame machine over here. So this one is simply giving you a buff EXQ effects up by 30%. I'm using the limited parts because I have that one maxed out. If I wouldn't have that one maxed out, I'll probably switch to something else. So, but I am gonna count that one as a limited part. So that's gonna be my bad because I just couldn't find anything else that I can subside right there. And then right now we should be up to 90. No, yeah, 94% if my map is right. I think my map is wrong right now, but after, yeah, this one is wrong, so I didn't mean to have this one. This one should have been another buff effects as well, so we're gonna be using the 4 Masumari right there. So this one's going to be adding another additional 15%. And that is basically what we are dealing with in terms of the actual buff build over here. So this one is offering at least over 100%. So once I do activate everything in total, should be pumping out roughly about 300-ish to 400% overall. So that should be very good. Alright, so we are gonna jump straight to the actual meat over here. So in terms of my actual main shooting build that I'll be using, so let me actually start things off with an EXQ over here. So the Rolling Buster Rifle, so this is going to be from the Wing Pro 0. I do unfortunately have this at EXQ level 3, so yes, I am going to be able to deal a little bit more power than base level 1. So then up next we do have the 30mm machine gun. I believe this one should be from the Tyrian Tauzi. So that one is a actual event suit. That one is an arena exchangeable suit that recently did get an alteration, so that's why we're using that. And then last but not least, we also do have the Dual Assault Rifle Army EXQ. So this one is going to keep that in mind. Both of them are going to be at A- speed, so they will be able to break those the skill hack mode right there. So that's why we're using those. So all these right there are going to be A- speed, so that's why. And then most importantly, in terms of building for a shooting build, you must have some good piercing. So I basically did use everything I pretty much used for my last video. So we're just gonna start from the head to the pilot. So I am gonna choose to use Second V's 7-star part right there just to give you a little bit more boosting. That is gonna be my third and final limited part that I have used in here. So that's why I'm not calling it like a total free to play. So in terms of this one is simply giving me a 28% pure boosting there, or the piercing. So that's gonna be really good. Up next, we are gonna subslot that one to the big scale RA72 plus this guy right here. Not really sure which from Wing series over here. So this one is simply offering a 22% pure boost, or the piercing boosting as well. And then this one, I have the Akatsuki Shiranui version. I am gonna say this one is still considered a free to play unit because it is actually grindable back in the day. So I'm not gonna call this one like a limited suit. So yeah. Alright, so this one is simply to offer me a slightly, just a little bit more attack right there, 25% power boosting when I'm using a long shooter job license, so not bad. Then up next, we got the Shiranui Akatsuki subslot to the Blazing Gundam's backpack. This one is going to be the welfare version as well. Simply using that 28% pure piercing boosting as well, so not bad as well. Alright, so moving on to the melee weaponry, we are going to be using the big scale Wing Gundam's melee weapon. So it's simply offering me that initial charge boosting by 20% and then another EXQ boosting by 35%, so that's going to be good. This one is simply to subslide and then to just get those word tech picks over there, so not bad. And up next we do have the main meat again. So this one, I did choose not to use a 7-star rifle over there, so I went for a regular standard big scale. So this one is going to be your Wing Gundam's Buster rifle over there, so simply offering that boosting over there. So this one is going to be your Hakashiki's beam rifle, and this one is actually a standard, this one is actually an event part. So simply I am only benefiting from the first part trait, this one, the beam when attacking a beam. So that's that for my Rolling Buster to do a little bit more damage. And then up next we do have the Akatsuki Shiranui's shield subslotted into the tail booster. This one is going to be your TR1 as well, so that's that. Simply using this portion of it, I won't be able to activate the buff EXQ effects because none of the EXQ I'm using has any built-in effects, so that's why. And then last but not least, we do have the Kira Yamato, the Destiny version at max to level 10, so going to be offering me some pretty good stat. Also do have everything red marked as well, so you guys can see that right there. And then this one is simply to add on another additional piercing boost by 22%. So that majority makes up of my actual main shooting build. So you guys can see that I will need approximately 100% piercing to just kind of get all these EXQ to do like their kind of like a normal damage, I would say, to simply break through that skill hack defense right there. So that is going to be it in terms of my actual shooting build. So up next, we are going to quickly talk about this build right here is simply going to be a cooldown reduction type build. So this is simply what you guys would see normally when I do play, let's say, multi-mission, because I don't really have any of those limited parts in terms of the CD parts. So I'm still using those standard part, event part, or what do you want to call it. So I'm just going to quickly go over some of the parts that I have, so CDs included. So I'm going to be using the straight frame right here. So simply when I'm using an infighter, EXQ, oh wait, never mind. This one I can't even activate. Hold up. Wait a minute. Yeah, that one I can't really activate, unfortunately. But I think as I was using it in battle, it actually turns off fine, so I don't really mind it right now. But if I were to switch this one to Infighter, that would actually proc it. But I guess I'll just leave it as it is for now. Or I can actually, let me see if I can swap to anything else if I have anything. I don't know if I have anything for close combat specifically. I don't think I have anything else. Because everything else, ooh, I can actually use this one. Never mind. Hold up. Let me go ahead and switch up to this one because I just remember to do this right here. That is definitely my bad, guys. I forgot. I simply forgot I have this one kind of up and going. So we should now be looking at roughly about 16%, I believe. Since this is gonna be my main healing unit, so I definitely do want those EXQ to be reloaded as fast as possible. So 15%, so I should be having roughly about 90% in terms of my own build. So that is that. We get that set and going nice. So that's one right there. And then up next, we are gonna move on to the leg portion a bit. So this one, I am gonna be using the GOP custom. So this one is an actual event suit way back, and it did actually have an alteration. So that's why with a proper alteration, we were able to gain that EXQ boost by 20% right there. And then up next, we are going to be using Crossbone X1 Kai right here. So this one is offering an additional 20% reduce for there. So that right now we should be up to 15, 35, 55. So right now we should be up to 55. And up next, we are going to be talking about the GN hand missile over here. So this one is going to be from your Austria F type, so simply offering another 20%. So that's that. Now last but not least, we also do have the pilot. I did not opt to use this version of it. I had this one, right? I had this one over here, but this one does have an XP restriction, so that's why I went to use a 5% less. So that's why in terms of my overall build, I only have 90% EXQ cooldown on my build, but I think with 90% it should be efficient enough for me to get all these EXQ to recover enough. So GN Feather is still one of the main important what to be using, I would have to say. It's just unfortunate that, you know, with the quickly extending you and just not allowing you to use any EXQ, it's gonna hurt my overall run by a lot, because I simply do need that in order to use my magazine type EXQ. So if you guys don't have that, I would have to say you guys would definitely have to brute force the first wave and then hope for the best that you don't have your cripply activate that pressure. And then up next, we do also just have some regular recharge recovery items right there. So that's that. And then another one right there as well. So simply this one. Oh, so this one is only to yours, right? Yeah, that's kind of my bad as well right there. Okay, so that's why I'm dying a lot. Okay, now I know. Now I know why I die a lot, because I've been using the wrong thing. Alright, kind of glad I'm doing this video right here so I can correct myself. So I'll actually be using the Blitz. I believe the Blitz actually works, so let me see. It doesn't matter if they actually stacks, because once you do activate the effects, that should work, right? 20%. Yeah, 20% and 20% is better than nothing, I guess, because I don't think there's any better one, right? Yeah, I'll just be using that one, unfortunately. Yep, that is going to be the overall build. So now let me actually jump into the actual match and see how it actually goes. Alright, so we are in. So I need to activate all my buffs right away. So that's why we're going to click all these right here. And then going to go straight into the actual shooting build and activate this right here. And that should be enough to clear the whole map, right? Ooh, one strike. Nice. So I'm going to rush in ahead and then take out the other Krubali right here. I'm going to do this right here, actually. Please. Alright, we are done. So move on to over here. So we got, what unit is that? That is, I don't even know what unit is that. Okay, gonna simply rain all these magazine type EXQ and we should be done. Another one? Someone's chasing me. Someone's chasing me. No, 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 no. Oh no. I ran out. I ran out boosting. No, I was so close. Please do some damage. No, no, no. No, no. 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 Oh my gosh. I'll be back. I'll be back. No, we fell. We fell. Alright, so same strategy, you're gonna activate all the buffs and then go into my second unit for that rolling buster action. And alright, so that was a little bit slow, I guess, but alright, please. Okay. Oh no! Who are you? Alright, that's cool, that's cool. Okay, so I need to rush back and activate all the EXQ and then hit that the other quickly, right? No, 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 no. Hit him right there. Please don't activate your... Okay, nice. Come back here. Come back. Come back. Oh my gosh. What's going on? Alright, so hopefully this can be the last time I'm doing this. I don't know. Man, we keep failing. We were so close. Come on. Please, work with me here. Alright. Make this work. Yes, 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 yes. No, no. What are you doing? Okay. Oh my god. What were you doing there? Man, that tank out here trying to mess with me, huh? Alright, get this one out of the way, please, first. Please, please. Okay. I need to target Gorgeous unit because that's probably the most annoying ones. Alright, get all these going on. Nice. Nice. Here we do it. Here we do it. Yes, let's get it. Okay. Free to play, let's get it. Not really free to play. They used the 3 event part, but we were able to get it down within a minute. So hopefully this guy is going to be helpful to you all. I know that I'm not using the most conventional build. They went ahead and used 3 specific limited parts. So hopefully you guys have at least some better parts than I have right here, because in terms of my build, this is probably the bare bone that I can actually get down to. But in terms of your actual main shooter build, you must, I repeat, you must have some pierce boosting. I would have to say the fairground is actually at 100%. If you have at least 100%, you should be good. And then Rolling Buster is definitely still one of the better ones to be using, just because you are able to just get an AoE attack. But if not, you can simply use maybe the Atomic Bazooka from the GPO2. I didn't personally use it because I feel like I didn't max out at level 10, so it shouldn't hit as hard as shipping. But I know that it should work in a proper build, but I didn't do it that way. But with that being said, hopefully this is helpful to you all in terms of making this as easy as I can, making this as like, just using some simple standard parts, and then some event parts. So with that being said, that's going to be pretty much it, and I'll catch you guys all on the next one.